This is an iAllegedly breaking news alert. We have an urgent update on the global economy. Global markets are in turmoil. Protect your assets now.
Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly. I've got some breaking news that I want to cover with you guys right now, and that is do not sell silver right now. Don't sell it. This is Dan's opinion. You can do your own due diligence and make your own decisions right now, but we are seeing crazy things happen in the silver market right now, and I believe myself that it's 100% manufactured. I believe that these banks that have had such short positions have been caught and they manufactured a price drop and they've purchased and covered their short positions and now they're ready. Now, I want you to understand a couple things. The US government has just made silver a critical metal for national security. And this is a national security material. So you need to understand that this is something that you have to have. Now, we need silver. And the problem with it is that we've relied on foreign countries, mainly China, for so many things, from our pharmaceuticals to our metals to everything. And, you know, all the nonsense that we've seen over the last, let's just say, close to a month now, with Asian guy talking about it and all these different crazy things that we've seen. But, you know, like my brother says, this is just a psyop to get us to get rid of it. No, don't do it, guys. Don't fall for this. Because the national security designation means that silver's critical role is so important with our defense, and they're going to do this. It's done already. You've got states like Florida that have just determined that gold and silver are now currency within their state. And within the next month, I forgot which date it was, you're going to see that the metals can be used for purchases. They can be, you know, their currency, basically. Don't get rid of your silver right now. Now, I have people that write me, and I had one woman last night write me and said, listen, I've got all this junk silver. Let me show you the pictures of it. Sends me a picture, and what would you do? Well, here's the problem with the junk silver right now is I've seen people say that they will pay 40 to 50% off. As of last weekend when I went to that coin show, we saw places saying, we don't want it. Just thank you. Contact us in the future. But if you don't need the money, if it's not emergency, don't sell it. I had one man write me and says, listen, my kid's tuition is due on February 15th. I've got to pay this. Or the 16th, because it's Monday. I've got to pay this. And I'm like, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, don't let me stop you from selling if you have to sell. The point is right now is that they want you to sell. They want you to ditch this. Central banks, all the people that schedule everything when it comes to money have made it so that they don't want us to have this metal. They want us to unload it right now. I don't trust JP Morgan. I don't trust any of these people. You need to understand that something is up. Now, the government may set a minimum import price to secure supply. Now, things that were sent to me. You know, I love when I drive to Las Vegas because I get 3.5 to 4 hours of shenanigan time. All my friends, business colleagues, oh, you're driving to Vegas on Thursday? Let me set up a meeting. What time? Okay, put me down for the 10 o'clock time slot, and I do things. Now, one thing in particular was Mike Adams, the health ranger, late last year, had a great breakdown on his channel where he had experts come on talking about the repricing of gold. You know, right now we have, you know, in Fort Knox and in our other depositories, we have basically 261.5 million troy ounces of silver. Now, I've heard it's as high as 800 million troy ounces of, gold. 261.5 million troy ounces of gold. Now, they're talking about repricing the value of gold to help with our national debt, not having a minimum price. This gold is put in our books, our financial system, as something that's worth $44 an ounce. How about you? Would you buy gold at $44 an ounce? Of course you would. I mean, you'd buy it for your enemies for that. I mean, it's just so ridiculous and so cheap, but that's what it's valued on the books for the United States government. It's almost stupid when you hear of things like that. gold at $44 an ounce. Now, everything that I've done as far as research, as far as them calling your gold and silver in, no, it's not going to happen. Now, anything could happen, but the one thing that I believe is they could revalue gold very, very, very soon. I've seen numbers as high as $12,000 an ounce. I've seen numbers as high as 16, 18, and the big one that I saw, the best story from somebody that just wasn't a kookaburra fool, was $24,000 an ounce for an ounce of gold. Now, there are people that bought gold at $1,800. There are people that are going to be instantly wealthy, super wealthy, based on their holdings. Now, what if they did this with silver? Now, God love Bix Weir, because I love that guy, and he's talked about things like, hey, silver should be 1-to-1 with gold. Okay, so could you imagine silver if it was at $5,000 an ounce, where your wealth would be at right now? It'd be through the roof. Now, with the idea of market intervention from the Treasury, when it comes to silver pricing, you should not sell this metal. Now, you have to do what you have to do personally. You have to, if you feel the need, you got to pay bills, you've got to unload it, you have to do it. I love a few coin shops here in Orange County, California that I've walked into, and some have collectibles and baseball stuff and things that I like for my losing angels. But the point is that there's one guy that I've seen a bunch of times walk in and sell, hey, you want to buy an ounce of gold? Yeah, and he does it basically, from what the owners have told me, like once a month, where he will unload basically an ounce of gold just to pay his bills. Now, lately, he comes in a lot less, they told me, once every 2 months, sometimes 3 months. But they still see the guy, and he's like, hey, I just want to make sure you're still open. The guy will make that phone call. Now, widespread confiscation is a myth. There's nothing that I have looked up, seen anywhere where that could happen. Ownership rights. Currently, there is no federal limit to the amount of physical silver an individual can own. Now, could they reset the price? Could they do this? Could they say, because it's now strategic metals, that silver coming into the United States would go to $1,500 an ounce for silver? Imagine that. Imagine what it would do for manufacturing. It would just go through the roof. Now, then if you wanted to sell it, you've got to make the decision on what you'd want to sell things for. You do. You have to have an exit point for everything. You do. You do, you do, you do. Mine is not, I'm nowhere near that point right now. Do I think this is manufactured? 100%. Do I think that these people are unreliable and scumbags? Yes, I do. I think that they're people you wouldn't leave, your dog with to watch over a weekend. Hey, I'm going out of town. Oh, you wanted me to feed it? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so am I. Yeah, where's my silver? Yeah, unloaded that for you. You know what I mean? Come on, guys. Don't sell your silver. Don't sell your silver. Do your own due diligence, but don't sell your silver right now. Okay? Now, will it drop down? Who knows? Maybe. How would you like to be the people that own Bitcoin? My friends that have saw Bitcoin go up to $120,000 an ounce, and it's dropping like a rock with no explanation. I thought this was a hedge against economic downturns like what we're seeing in the silver market right now with this economy. You know what I mean? There's no logical explanation for it. I have heard that Bitcoin could go down to $50,000 per Bitcoin. Maybe. Do you buy it? I don't. I'm a metals guy. That's my thing. I want to remind you that my sponsor is Noble Gold Investments. You want a reliable company? Call Noble Gold Investments. They've done $2.5 billion in sales. They've been open almost a decade. They have thousands and thousands of clients, but you need to contact them for their amazing customer service. And what they want is you to win. 877-646-5347. Call them today. But let me know what you think, guys. Contact Noble Gold. See if they're good, if that's good for you. I'm not selling, guys. I'm buying. You want to sell it? Contact me. The junk silver and the lack of the depositories and the smelters that can melt that down for the metal itself, They don't want to do it right now. They don't want to do it. The people that have tried to sell right now and they're caught holding the bag, it's going to happen more and more often. I've had people write me and say, listen, I sent stuff in and I promised. I think if you have it in your hand, go take it to somebody who's going to give you greenery, okay? Make good choices. Do what's right for yourself, for your family. But I'm telling you, my thing is don't sell. Don't sell, don't sell, don't sell. Could I be wrong? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or maybe I'm going to be super right. Okay? Onward and upward, guys. You want to email me? hello@iallegedly.com. Let me know your thoughts on all this stuff, too. I'm really curious as to if you think I'm out of my mind or if you think that there's some value to this. Let me know.